Morning.
Top of the morning to you. It is Thursday.
Tis.
And the room is looking ship shape. The lads have been on the ball and it's great. It is mad again. I think we should do say it every month, but the range of stuff that's in here. There's literally everything. Scotch, American, Japanese, French. I mean, it comes all at us, and plenty of Irish as well, which is great. But the range is just massive as well, which is fantastic. There's a lot going on in the whiskey world at the minute. I mean, again, we start ramping up. This weekend we've got the Wexford Southeast Whisky Festival. Mr. Cowman and Dahi and Johnny and the guys down in Wexford have organised a great festival down there. Its USP, its unique selling point is that brands are only allowed to bring their own distillate, which I think is a great thing. It sort of sets it aside from everybody else. You can't have guys rocking up down there with sort of just a shop brand that they bought off Cooley or GND or West Cork or anybody else. So they have to present their own distillate, and the lads are strict on it as well, which is great. It does give them a wee bit of a difference. At the minute it's a bit of a struggle because there's not that many brands with their whiskey at term, but they're getting there. There's loads of launches going on. I mean, yesterday you had the Middleton one. You had Friend at Hand launch their 36-year-old Bushmills, only 208 bottles. No doubt Willie Jack will sell 3.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky and you happen to be in Belfast and you can get them on the right day, you may be able to buy a bottle. Willie does not sell anything.
Nope.
Fair dues to the man. I mean, he's in a position where he's a great advocate for Irish whiskey. That museum down there, if you ever get a chance, go down there. And what brings me to what we're doing. So we will be visiting the Friend at Hand and the Duke of York and all them places on our whiskey bus with Irish Whiskey Experiences, our sister company. Follow for whiskey. But we've got one coming up in less than 2 weeks now. Literally 2 weeks tomorrow.
Yes.
2 weeks tomorrow.
2 weeks tomorrow. 1st of May.
2 weeks tomorrow, yeah. March even.
Jesus.
And it's called the Wild West, and Lauren has been very busy putting this all together. Herself and Barry have put together a hell of an itinerary for them. It really is a fantastic itinerary. And I thought it would be only appropriate that we stick up some of the brands. Now, we did come into a bit of a challenge. 2 of the brands, we actually don't have anything in this auction to do with them at all.
No, we don't.
Which is either good for them or bad for them. I'm not quite sure which way that goes. But let's kick it off. I mean, they do arrive. It was, again, perhaps me and Barry had been drinking a few sherries. We were on a call, and me and my big mouth said about, come on over, we'll put you in the St. Patrick's Day parade.
You did?
Yeah, I really got to stop drinking sherry.
It's not good for you,
Sherry's
babe.
not good for me.
Not good for
No,
you.
it's not good for me. So the original plan was me and my big mouth was a Dublin parade, and I went, that's a bit ambitious.
Yes.
That really is a bit ambitious.
Just a tad.
I don't know how we can smuggle a 52-seater coach into the parade and nobody notices. Or we can give them all twirly sticks and a few instruments and we can march down the street, But it'd be like it's a load of cats being strangled. Don't strangle cats.
No.
But anyhow, we're going to the West. I mean, I think it's the right place to do it. It's a different place to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. It's not the big hoo-ha and nearly the commercialised product that Dublin is. I think you're getting a more authentic experience over in the west of Ireland. Galway's unique at this time of year. The traditional music, everything. It is the home of traditional music in Galway, so it's really going to be exceptional. And we're going to be there with the Whiskey Bus. So we'll start off. The first night we're in Napog Castle. I mean, they're literally only off the plane in Shannon. We whisked them away to a medieval banquet in Napog Castle. I mean, how many people want to do a medieval banquet? Dave McCabe's going to be there, the master blender now, who is the master blender in Middleton. Napog Castle is now in Middleton, an IDL product. So Dave's going to be talking us through a few samples, and the guys get to taste a 1951 Napog Castle. I mean, you're getting to taste 1951 Napog in Napog Castle at a medieval banquet. Come on, that's forget about everything else that they do after that. That's the first night.
It's fabulous.
We've been lucky enough to be in Napog Castle. It's gorgeous. It is a proper castle.
Oh, it is.
It is a castle. So We do have a couple of bottles of Napple Castle in this month's auction. I put up that Burgundy one. I do like that one myself. It is a cracking whiskey. The next day we get up and we head into Limerick town. So we're staying in Limerick. We head into Limerick town and...
Is it not city?
It is, but call it town just upset them down there.
Alright, okay.
Nick Ryan. Nick Ryan, who is a great advocate for Irish whiskey. Him and his brand, Thomond Gate. We're doing, again, the castles thing. We're doing a tasting in King John's Castle in Limerick. I mean, again, worth it alone. That's the first two events are castle based. Now Barry has this wee fixation with castles.
He does.
He is probably going to buy one at some stage.
More
I reckon.
likely.
Sir Barry of the Chandlers, and is going to have his own castle. And he's going to be down there and he's going to be in a castle. I think he's sort of acclimatizing himself to it because that's what he wants to do.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's just getting used to the castle. Now, I don't think you could live in King John's. You could live in Napog.
You could live in
Napog.
Yeah.
Nick Ryan's going to be talking us through, and the guys get to walk around Limerick as well. We're getting into the few of the pubs down there. Mother Mac's, the lads down there. There's some cracking pubs down there. Great whiskey selections. Great drinking town. Limerick's a lovely city. We've been in it a few times. Actually. It is a great city. On to St. Patrick's Day, the pièce de résistance. Did I tell you I speak French?
You did.
Louise McGuan. Louise has, when I say Louise has pulled out all the stops, she has pulled out all the stops and some. I mean, she's not going to New York, which is a big deal for Louise because, you know, the opportunities for her in America are massive. To be in New York for St. Patrick's Day, promoting her brand is a massive, massive thing. But she chose to stay with us, and we can't thank her enough for that. It is above and beyond, and I think we're going to repair. We're spending the entire day with the team down there. It is going to be exceptional. We're out at the farm itself, Louise's home farm in the bonded warehouse, getting to see the whiskies, getting to taste the whiskies, where Louise does it, the blending, where she creates some of these masterpieces, and then we're in a parade.
Yes, you
on
are.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, you are.
There may be a few health and safety issues.
More than likely.
Lauren assures me 100% that she's it all covered.
I wouldn't believe her.
I'm just a little bit nervous, yes. I'm just a wee bit nervous about it all. Putting a busload of individuals who may or may not have consumed some alcohol onto a vehicle with dressy uppy things.
And wavy things.
I think is a recipe for disaster. Now again, I was drunk when I had the idea. It probably, look, it'll be mental. It will be mental. It'll be brilliant. Great day for them in Louise's home parish, and then into the town and in the parade with Louise from JJ Corrie. Get up the next morning, back into Limerick that night, up the next morning and up to Galway City. Actually, we're not even getting as far as Galway. We're going to Ahascra first. Ahascra. How do you say it? Ahascra? We don't have anything from Ahascra in our auction.
No, we don't.
We've had a few Clan Cullas. That's their age statement that they've sourced brand for them. They've got the Uish whiskey, which is another sort of sourced brand for them. They're not there yet. And they've got the Zin Gin, Xin Gin as well. Ahascra is a unique place in that it's a real environmental impact distillery. I mean, it's going to be carbon neutral. It's going to be everything. It's going to be the first. I think they're powering it by the tourney wheel and solars and heat exchange pumps and everything else. They really worked hard to do that. My point of view is a bit more extreme in it, but fair dues to them. Absolutely. I'm not allowed to call them vegetarians. Oh, sorry. Not allowed to call them vegetarians. But anyhow, they've done that, and it's fair dues to them. And we get to see that. We get from Michelle and the guys over there. They'll talk us through Ahascra Distillery, how it came to be, what their plans are, get to taste some of the spirits. It is going to be a good one. Koch, I think, is the head distiller over there. Koch, who was in Mulligan's. I would have known Koch when she was in Mulligan's, and then she was down in Dingle, and now she's over there and she's running the show and doing a great job. The next day we're into Mickle. We're into Mickle Distillery, Porrick O'Greelish, and the guys over there. A unique experience is planned for them with Mickle. What they're doing there in Mickle, it's a little sort of boutique distillery of boutique distilleries. They're creating poaching, they're creating whiskies, they're creating everything. They really are pulling it all together. The O'Greelishes have a bit of a family tradition in the spirits industry, and that's what they're going to build on, and that's what they're going to sell. A great day. I think the rest of the day they get to wander around Galway, go down to Shop Street, into the pubs.
Yeah.
Some great pubs in thing. I think our home base is going to be O'Connell's on Eyre Square.
Although, actually, just walking around Galway is fab.
It is. It's a gorgeous city.
beautiful
It is a gorgeous city. Down Shop Street and that. Do you remember the time me and you were over, and this was way before Irish Whiskey Auctions, and I went into the pub on the left-hand side, Feeney's,
Feeney's,
and I
yeah.
bought a clatter of whiskey off
You
him.
did, yeah.
And I remember him saying, I found a bottle that was quite rare to me, and he says, "Oh, I think I have another couple of them at home." And he says, "Ring me tomorrow." And I rang him the following day, and he says, "I do." So I paid him over the phone, and this would have been 8-9 years ago, if not more, actually, probably at this stage. Probably is.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
You're old, Pat. Get used to it.
I know I'm old.
Oh, sorry, did I say that out loud? Look, Galway's a great day for them, and then
Maybe this is too early in the morning.
It
for
is,
this,
yeah.
Like, really.
And then we're out to Westport, and what we're experiencing out there is only short of biblical. Carl O'Grady, what can you say about Carl? He's a bit of a mad genius, but he's got Clare Island. Again, we don't have any full-size bottles of Clare Island in this auction. They do go well in the auction when they go into
yes,
it.
they do.
But that's a sample bottle that we were doing a bit of shipping for Carl, and that's one of the last ones that's there. We're going out onto the island. We're getting a boat out onto the island.
Lovely.
We're doing the full history of Clare Island, of what it is, what it means to the community out there, the jobs that are being created out there, everything that it will bring to that community. And that's what whiskey does.
Yeah.
I'm sick of saying it. It changes communities. I mean, every one of these little parishes now, the likes of a Haskra and Kilrush with Louise, and Clare Island with that, it creates jobs. It creates other jobs, and not only it creates the jobs in the distillery, it's the local shop where the guys are buying their lunch. It's the delivery drivers. It's all of them things that has the knock-on effect. And anyhow, calm down, Annie, calm down.
Alax, Santo, alax.
Gives me a tick, Kitty. Gives me a tick. I got a tick.
Alax.
And then the last one, we've got a dinner in the Towers with the team in the Towers bar in Westport. Great pub, great whiskey selection. Tom is looking after us over there, and we're doing tasting with the Grace O'Malley team. I think they're pairing that with food as well. And Grace O'Malley is doing some of their bonding here in Dundalk as well. They've got a big warehouse outside Dundalk, hey, and they're blending their whiskies there. But it is a West of Ireland whiskey. It is built on the story of the Pirate Queen herself. I think that'll be Lauren. By the time the bus is finished, she will be a bit of a pirate queen. As in, she'll only have one leg and one eye. She'll be hobbling around the place. It will be a bit mad. And that's it. It's actually not over then.
No.
We finish up. We drop a few of the participants, and it's only a few back at the airplane. They head on home, and then we're down to Cork.
Yes.
Go down to Annoy Laurie.
Yes.
And give Laurie as much abuse as we possibly can.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes.
That's it. Sonia, not so much.
No,
Laurie,
Sonia's a sweetheart.
Yes. Laurie, we're just going to annoy the living shit.
We're going to torture.
Yes, absolutely. Remember last year he thought he was being a big clever lad doing the interviews on
street.
McCurtain Street. We'll show him. So that's it. The whiskey bus is coming. If you ever want to follow for whiskey, go to Irish Whiskey Experiences. Lauren has built some great things there, and we've a few of them coming up, a few private buses coming up, and then we've the big one in September as well. So that's it. Tomorrow is Go Live Day.
Yay!
We are more or less not ready yet, but there is a few bits to do. But we'll be there. We're only tidying up.
Thankfully, and touch wood, we always are.
That's how it goes.
Yep.
We have we're just doing the checks as we always do. Guide prices, reserve prices. If you are selling stuff, make sure you reach out to us if there's anything you want to change or amend in your listing. And if you're buying stuff off us, always look at the pictures. The pictures are exactly the bottle you are getting. We don't use library photos. The descriptions can sometimes be a little wrong, but the photos are always right because of the system we have. So that's it. Until tomorrow, good luck.
Bye.
Goodbye.